Okay, Beshem Hashem Nasim Nasliach, we're going to learn Segulot for Banim, Segulot things that a person can do to increase the chances of having baby boys, having Banim. So this comes with a disclaimer when we come to learn something about Segulot. Segula, it's something that can be very helpful, and many times we don't know exactly why things happen. HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows why certain things happen to certain people, and we always need to pray that Be'ezat Hashem what we do would be the Rason of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and we keep Torah and Mitzvot, and we hope for the best. I remember one time there was a Mekubal who was approached by a couple, and the couple were very much disturbed and upset that they couldn't bear children, and they were married maybe more than 8 years, maybe 9 years, with no children. And Rav was praying for them very much. They did almost every segula that they possibly knew. They did many things, and the Rav told them, look, sometimes Hashem doesn't want certain thing for certain people because it's not good for them. In that case, HaKadosh Baruch Hu perhaps didn't want them to have a child. We don't know why. May Hashem give us blessings, and especially children are so precious. But in that case, perhaps that was their answer for the tefillot. And they were saying, so what happened to our tefillot? What happened to our tefillot? The answer to some tefillot are no. If HaKadosh Baruch Hu sees that is not good for a person, Hashem would not bring that tefillah to fulfillment. We might think that the tefillah was unheard and was not fulfilled. The answer to certain tefillot are something that we think is not the correct answer, but is not true. What HaKadosh Baruch Hu does is the best for us. And of course, we can always increase our zechuyot. We can always increase certain things to be more zoche to certain blessings. Okay, so with this, we're going to start a series of Segulot for Banim from Sefer called Segulot Yisrael. This Sefer Segulot Yisrael brings together many sources for different topics. Okay, Banim. Amar Rabbeinu Ari Zichrono Livracha. Arizal of blessed memory teaches us. Segula le Banim. So to a person who wants to have baby boys, Sheizaher me'od vegam yazir acherim al tosefet Shabbat be'erev Shabbat. To be very careful to add to Shabbat, not only himself, his family, also he would inform others about this mitzvah of Tosefet Shabbat. We know there is a mitzvah of Tosefet Shabbat. This mitzvah, it's a very mesugal mitzvah. Our Chachamim teach us that Chafetz Chaim was approached numerous times for different things. I think you have my copy. Sorry for that. You could have this. Sorry. That's okay. So Chafetz Chaim was approached many times about different ways of helping Am Yisrael, and he used to say, keep Shabbat a little bit early, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. We know the earliest time that we can keep Shabbat is the Pelag HaMincha. Pelag HaMincha is around 40, 35 minutes before Shabbat, depending upon how long are the days. Shows the maniot. And therefore, if a person starts Shabbat earlier, that is a segula in many areas. From Arizal we learn it's a segula to have banim. Ube Mosai Shabbat. Now, the Tosefet Shabbat is not just accepting Shabbat earlier than Then Sharia, we do earlier than Sharia. We try to do a little bit earlier, right? But it's something that you also end Shabbat later. For us, Sephardim, we need to keep Rabbeinu Tam. There are some Achenu Ashkenazim that they also keep Rabbeinu Tam. But for us, Rabbeinu Tam is more of a chiyuv, more of an obligation than Achenu Ashkenazim. So that means starting Shabbat earlier and finishing Shabbat later. Okay, so that's Segula number 1 brought in this Sefer. Segula number 2. Banim, Segula lebanim de Yisrael liyot molid b'rchei Torah chadesh ba. Molid b'divrei Torah lechadesh ba. So the person needs to come up with chidushei Torah, which means when you learn Torah with a full understanding, then Hashem will bestow upon you certain revelations of chidushei Torah, new insights into Torah. And every Yehudi has the ability to be mechadesh, to come up with some new understanding of different aspects of Torah and Mitzvot. So if a person comes to that madrega, that he is able to be mechadesh Torah, then the segula would be to have banim. Now what's the connection? Explains here. Because he got to that level that now he can come up with new understandings of Torah. We learn Shiv'im Panim Torah. There is at least 70 ways of learning Torah, 70 different ways of understanding and commentaries, right? So to Hashem will give you blessings of boys that will learn Torah, and they will also add to new understandings of Torah. As it says, Im tishkach Torah elokecha, if Torah elokecha eshkach banecha lo alenu. If one comes to forget Hashem's Torah, it's as if that he forgot his own children, because without Torah you cannot be a good father. So from this pasuk also we see, you learn Torah with all its details. Hashem will bless you with banim, that you will teach them Torah. Now this needs to be for the sake of heavens. Many times we come up with different ways of Torah, of keeping Torah mitzvot for parnasa, for health, for wealth. The bottom line for keeping Torah mitzvot is for the sake of heavens, which means because Hashem told me to keep Tariq mitzvot. That should be the main focus of a person, keeping Torah mitzvot. And agab, on the side, Hashem will bless him with certain fruits of his labor. In this case, would be banim. Velo leshem, and it should not be for Yehora, like to become for fame or to get a title. Oh, he said a Chidush Torah and people would quote him. That should not be the focus of Chidushei Torah. Now this is from Sefer Orchei Hakinuim. Okay. Next segula. Kor haragil le'asot sedaqa. A person who is ragil, who is used to giving sedaqa. Now we see that sedaqa is a very big mitzvah. It's famous that sedaqa tasil mumavet. Right? Sedaqa has many segulot, saves from death. Right? Also, there is another segula that one who gives tzedakah, he will be zoche to have children, banim, boys. Banim ba'alei chokhmah, and not just regular boys. They will be ba'alei chokhmah, that they will inherit they will inherit wisdom. Hashem will give them wisdom to study ללמוד וללמד, לשמור ולעשות את כל תורה כולה, that they would be able to learn and teach and keep Torah, that they will be חכם, בעלי עושר, and they will be wealthy, בעלי אגדה, they would know Torah, mitzvot, they would be, they have the ability to understand it and to say it over well. ואם אין לו מה ליתן לצדקה, and if a person doesn't have the means to give tzedakah, then vehu margil et acherim. If he doesn't have the means to give tzedakah, then he should be encouraging others to give tzedakah. Right? He can talk to his friends. Maybe you support this organization in yeshiva, bet knesset, so many good causes. Baruch Hashem, there's a lot of good causes that a person can participate in. And because he encouraged others to do it, Hashem would consider it as if he did it himself. Where is this coming from? This comes from Maharsha. Maharsha, one of the big Rabbanim. He explains that he would be Zoche. Because of him, other Ashirim, rich people, they gave tzedakah, so he would also have a zechut in that. וזוכה גם כן הקדוש ברוך הוא ממשיל לו מעות שייתן ממונות צדקה. This is Segulot for parnasa. Because he encouraged others to give tzedakah, Hashem will give him parnasa that he would be able to give more. Okay, this is also from Maharsha. Mi shehu ohev rabbanan. A person who loves rabbis, who loves rabbanim, yihuyo banim talmidei chachamim. If he loves rabbanim, Hashem will give him boys that they would become Torah scholars. Right? Nothing wrong with other people that Baruch Hashem they also contribute to the society, but as we know, Talmid Chacham. And the Torah, the wisdom of Torah is the most important and crucial wisdom that there is. And our Chachamim teach us that one of the reasons that menorah in Beit HaMikdash had 7 branches and that all the flames would go in the center flame was to indicate that there are 7 chokhmot. There is 7 as if to say knowledge in this world. We have the knowledge of mathematics, chemistry, physics, astrology, and maybe medicine, and one more, don't remember right now, maybe astrology, not sure. But the 7th one is the Torah. And they go in the center to tell us that all other knowledge in this world is to come to know Hashem. And there is no important knowledge than knowing Hashem. So a Talmid Chacham who possesses the knowledge of Torah, he is above of all. He is the center near of Chanukah, the menorah. Humi shehu mechabed Rabbanan. And so if a person loves Rabbanim, he would be zoche to have Banim Talmidei Chachamim. What about if somebody respects Rabbanim? He would be zoche to have Chatanin Rabbanan. This is from Masechet Shabbat, Daf Chaf Gimel, Amud Aleph. He would have Chatanim, son-in-laws, who are Rabbanan themselves, that they are rabbis themselves. Okay, so I have till 8:15, right? Few more minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
8:15,
so let's go with the next one. Banim Katub beSefer Bet Midot. It is written in the Sefer Bet Midot. Al Yeder Nimot Puschim. עד שידע לחורות הוראה על ידי זה גורם פקידה לכמה אגרות. If a person comes and he learns Torah so good that he can come up with the halakha. That he can come to say what is halakha in certain case. He can paschen halakha. That's a very high level. That is a segula that there should not be agarot, that people would not have issues with infertility. Lo alenu. Gam sigufim molid leholadam. Also, a person who puts himself in hardship of learning Torah, maybe some other hardship too, I'm not sure. Also, that helps with having children. Gam amirat ma'amarot letov banim. Ma'amarot amirat ha'ma'amarot tov banim. Gam segula lebanim. Now we have to understand what is ma'amarot. Ma'amarot tzaddikim, maybe the stories of tzaddikim. They help to have banim.
Oh, Mamadot.
Ma'amadot, it's not ma'amadot. Okay, very good question.
Watches.
Watches. Okay, so what is that? V'gam amirat ha'ma'amarot tov labanim. Maybe what that means, there is different times of night and different times of the day. Maybe one who keeps, one who does tikkun chasot, maybe, because that's what amirat ma'amarot perhaps mean, that he wakes up at midnight to do tikkun chasot. That would be segular for banim. I know somebody local, he's a rabbi of our community, and he didn't have boys, so I think he went to Harav Netanyahu Shalita, and Harav told him that he should do tikkun chasot. He should do tikkun chasot. He did tikkun chasot, and Hashem, Baruch Hashem. You're having shiur here? Okay, very good. So he was zoche to have banim. So we end here. Be'ez Hashem, we continue this series next time. Beracha v'atzlacha.